Cada día sale el sol, nuevas esperanzas son. Dios habla a tu corazón, sanándote, alimentando tu vida con bálsamo de vida, con bálsamo de vida, bálsamo de vida.
Bálsamo de vida con Rosmery y Reid.
In Luke chapter 17, verses 13 and 14 says, "And called out in a loud voice, Jesus, Master, have pity on us. When he saw them, he said, Go show yourselves to the priest. And as they went, they were cleansed." As I read the scripture, I stopped at this story to meditate on the instructions given by God to these men. Now, when we think about this story, we tend to focus on the one man who returned to thank God for the healing that he received. However, I don't want to focus on this man's gratitude, but on something else. Now, if we take a tour of the healing miracles performed by Jesus, we'll find a blind man who was healed by placing mud on his eyes, a paralyzed man who he told, "Take up your mat and walk," and a woman who bled for 12 years who simply touched his garment and was instantly healed. In conclusion, Jesus pronounced the word and immediately the sick person was healed. However, he told these 10 men specifically, "Go and show yourself to the priest." And although the word does not register it, I'm sure that many of them, upon hearing this instruction, went in hurry to receive their healing, while others went a little slowly and with fear because people with leprosy were disowned and marginalized by society. However, what we do know is that they all went obediently and they complied with the instructions that they were given, and the scripture narrates that when they were on their way, they were cleansed. And maybe today you have received an instruction from the Lord and you feel that it is very different from what you expected to hear, and you find yourself in a hard place, afraid to make a decision or take a step of courage that you need to undertake a project, to execute a plan. And it may be that God has directed you to work somewhere where you have fears or uncertainties. But today I urge you to listen carefully to that divine instruction and focus solely and exclusively on the fulfillments of its purpose. Avoid complaints and questioning. Perhaps history would have been different if these 10 men had not obeyed the command, and instead of walking towards their purpose, they had stopped to question and complain to the teacher. I urge you today to do a self-analysis and make sure that you are listening to the voice of God. Make sure that if God tells you to do something, even if you don't understand it, that you still obey and go and do it. You will see how while you are on your way, even though fear and doubt will want to overwhelm you, you will see the fulfillment of the purpose of God in your life. And when this happens, do not forget to return to God and to give thanks. This is your sister Vanessa Ortiz, and may God bless you.
Gracias por estar ahí, escuchando Bálsamo de Vida. Si estas palabras han edificado tu vida, escríbenos a balsamodevidareflexiones@gmail.com y síguenos en nuestras redes sociales. Reflexiones Bálsamo de Vida. Que su gracia te cubra en este día.